And hello and welcome to the Kyoshi Herbie Bagwell TV show. I'm your host, Kyoshi Herbie Bagwell. I want to say hello to so many people, not only here in the Groton area, but of course in Milford and of course Sport Karate. We just came off a fantastic karate tournament in Rhode Island. It was called the Ocean State Grand National Karate Tournament, and Bagwell Academy was absolutely phenomenal in fighting. So I want to thank all my parents. I want to thank all of those at Bagwell Academy of Martial Arts that attended and participated and competed at the Ocean State Grand National Tournament. Outstanding to my boy, Andre Richardson, who was inducted into the Ocean State Martial Arts Grand National Hall of Fame. Of course, I'm the previous inductee of 2018. So Andre, congratulations, my man, in being inducted to the Hall of Fame. We're going to conclude. This is the final part of intermediate/advanced Taekwondo martial arts. Let's get started. Taekwondo Kai. Taekwondo martial arts. Taekwondo martial arts, again, is a combination of Taekwondo and, of course, Shaolin Kempo. And of course, the art was founded literally in a fighting tournament called the Battle of Atlanta in 2008, when I just took both of my styles, I combined them in an actual fight. And of course, I won the fight, I won the grands, and it was just fantastic. So I really enjoy competing. Yes, I'm retired now, so all those fighters who wanted to get a piece of the chocolate, I'm sorry, but the chocolate is now retired. So that's enough of that. But at the end of the day, what's more important to me that God has opened up so many doors. And I want to officially announce my own karate circuit. It's called the Shoreline Karate Circuit. Yes, SKC, Shoreline Karate Circuit, will be starting up in 2020. I have definitely mailed out well over 14 full packets that explains the Shoreline Karate Circuit, the rules, the fighting, the weapons, the forms, the financials of everything, and becoming a member of the Shoreline Karate Circuit. Everything is absolutely wonderful. God has closed one door, then he opens up two more. Isn't that how God does it? And won't he do it? So let's go ahead and get started now. We're going to work on, again, I'm going to go from purple white belt and blend right into brown belt. And of course, the next month or so will be dedicated towards the black belt segment of Taekwondo martial arts. Taekwondo Kai. Hey, I'm here. Kempo fighting stance. I'm going from purple white belt in Shaolin Kempo, the combinations, 12A and 12B. So high strike, I'm going to do short kicks so you all can follow through at home. Circular block into a tiger claw. We are attacking the ear. We come back into a fighting stance. An outside inside crescent kick into an axe kick. Jump over your opponent, right, left. Pop your hand up here. Kick, right, over left. Cat stance in the dojo. Fighting stance out in the street. Okay? Very simple. Now we're going to get into, of course, 12B. 12B is very simple, okay? 12B is just absolutely awesome. 12B signifies all the Kempos in the world, okay? Now, here we go. Let's take a step back here, okay? I blended in pretty much 11B with 12A, but we're going to blend it again. So here's 12A. From a side stance, okay? So it's 1, 2, 3. I come forward. Crane strike on the elbow, inside, grab the bicep, kick the knee or the shin, right over left, cat stance in the fight in the dojo, fighting stance out in the street, okay? 12A, one more time. 1, that's a crane block. 2, grab, twist the wrist, hit the elbow, strike the elbow, grab the bicep, right over left. Simple. 12B is going to the ground. Because there's no mats here, I'm going to go very slow. I'm going to explain and narrate the entire technique, okay? So hands are up. So once again, 2 views, forward view and the side view of 12B. I block with the crane block. Grab, turn, come forward. attack the elbow, strike the elbow, dislocate it, grab the bicep. I'm going to foot sweep. As I foot sweep my opponent, I'm bringing the opponent close to me. Hence, my right knee goes crashing down on the knee. From a side view, get a better view. Once again, crane block, grab, turn, step forward, strike at the elbow, attack at the elbow, go over the bicep. When I foot sweep, I'm bringing the opponent close to me. As you can see how my body has shifted. The opponent is right here. I got there. I have the wrist, and I'm grasping the bicep. And I'm going to come crashing down with my knee on their chest. I slide up off their bicep. I attack the wrist, stand up, kick, right over left, dojo, cat stance, in the street, fighting stance. Okay? When you're applying all of these techniques, people ask me all the time, Kyoshi Bagwell, how do you memorize all of those combinations and pinions and techniques and self-defense moves and taekwondo, all the patterns and the forms and the punches and the blocks? How do you do that? It's called repetition. That's all. I'm no more special than the next person. So everything comes down to repetition. Doing it over and over and over and over and over and making it an actual part of your life. People ask me all the time, how do you stay young looking and just vibrant, whatever? Well, genetics, number one. Number two, the love of my Lord, the love of God. I wake up in the morning, it's automatic. I pray first thing in the morning. It's just automatic. Some people get up because they smell coffee perking because they have a timer on their coffee pot, and that timer, when they smell the coffee, they wake up. Well, when I wake up, it's because of the blessing and the grace of the Lord. So I just roll out of bed and I pray right then and there. Bad breath and everything. So at the end of the day, everything is just repetition. It's just a normal occurrence for me to roll out of bed and pray. It's a normal occurrence for me to do all these techniques over and over and over and over again. God forbid, if an altercation happens out in the street, I can almost see it and feel it coming. It's just amazing. But you get that sight and you get that feel from being confident, not only in you as a person, but also as a martial artist. And that's where hence the repetition comes in. Okay, let's continue on. Now, I'm going to do 12B from a side angle so you can view at home. Then we'll go right into the advanced combinations in Taekwondo martial arts. Again, 12B. One, it's a crane block. I'm blocking the punch. Grab the wrist, turning it, come forward, attacking the elbow. Go inside, grab the bicep. I'm going to foot sweep. As I foot sweep, I'm bringing my knee straight down to the person. I come up, snap, kick, right over left. Cat stance in the dojo, fighting stance out in the street. That's how you have to do it, okay? Now, we're going to get into our advanced part of Taekwondo. This is where it starts to get a lot of fun. Many of you know I train the state troopers 6 months out of the year, and they just want from advanced to black belt. So now here we go, brown belt, 2 views. Facing head, and of course, a side view. This is called combination 13 and 14. After I do 13 and 14, I'm going to get into Taege. Taege is called the Taekwondo kata, of course, in Taekwondo. So hands are up. Here we go, 13. Block, grab, kick, land forward. Just because of instructional purposes, I'm going to have low kicks. I'm going to go very slow. Once again, now self-defense. Straight punch or a hook, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. See how my hands are? Right over left. Block first, then grab. Kick, land forward. Simple. Now we're going to go into 14. 14 is where the true, I guess, self-defense and attack comes in. Because you're going to block and then you go into attack. So again, traditional move is I block, grab the wrist, come forward, attack the elbow, My hand opens up, I go underneath. I grab the person by the shirt or the neck. I come forward, crashing down on the base of the skull. I always make a joke. I tell people, never grab the hair because they might have a weave. And you grab the weave, you're going to miss out on something. So you grab the shirt or you grab the neck. Grab something that's physical, nothing that's fake. Remember that. Also in life, get a real one and not a fake one. Know that much, okay? Hands are up again, okay? Now, from a side view so you can see everything. I'm blocking, grab, attack the elbow. My hand opens up. I have control of the wrist. I come underneath, grab the person's shirt, or I grab their neck. I bring them down. I come forward, crashing on the base of the skull. Okay? Now, Teige has 6 outside-inside moves. 6 outside-inside moves. Amazing. And those moves are called crescent kicks, and it's called Teige. So what I'm going to do is go really slow, and not only go really slow, I'm not going to have all those high kicks. I'm really going to show you exactly what these kicks look like, okay? Bow. Aya, Junbi. Strike. Right hand over my belt, my obi. Knife hand strike. Chamber. Strike. Knife hand strike. Chamber. Back stance. From a back stance into a front stance. Kick. Right, left. Left hand comes down. Right hand comes over top. I turn. Breathe out. My knuckles are on my belt, my obi. Okay? Now, from here, as my right leg comes up for an outside-inside crescent kick, my right hand goes over my left. I'm going to go slow. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just slide over. 5, 6. Double knife from a back stance, front stance, block, cross block here, double chamber, double spear finger. Grabbing a person's shoulders, knee strike, double knife. Now, I'm going to do that double knife here so you can see, okay? From a back stance, I come forward, knife hand strike from here. I come back in the back stance. It's a one hopper. I hop up, cross block, aya, right over left, 2 forearm block, okay? From the 2 forearm block, chamber, and from here, I turn, double low knife hand strike. Now, I'm going to change that, okay? Because I want you at home to be able to see that, okay? So now my back is here, and I turn, double strike. It's called a side stance. I go to another side stance into a middle block. X stance here. My left leg goes behind my right, but I'm landing on my toe, as you can see, okay? So here, on my toe, step out, double knife hand strike low, 1. Then side stance, middle block 1, middle block 2, middle block 3, lift punch kiai. Aya, baro. And shun. Okay? There are so many moves going on in these katas. So many things are going on. The blocks, the cross blocks, the high blocks, the stances. People think that when you're doing an X stance, that you're actually in the trap. No, you're not. You're not trapped at all. Because even though you are fully committed to a move here, watch how I can go into a back stance. Watch how I can go into a front stance and block. There are so many things that you can do with Taekwondo. That's why it's called mixed martial arts. Mix it up. Every effective art began with some type of negativity. Out of negativity can be birthed something that's positive. Well, what do you mean, Kyoshi? Well, let me go from life to martial arts because it's the same thing. A lady's daughter was traveling. She was walking to church from her home. The church was only 2 blocks down the street. Unfortunately, a drunk driver came by and he hopped the curb and he killed her daughter instantly. The girl was killed. Out of that tragedy, the mother, in the living room of her own home, developed an organization today that is world-renowned called MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. How amazing is that? So out of negativity was birthed an organization that's been helping millions around the world. You understand? In the olden times, they were always neighboring villages that were always warring, trying to take their crops or take something. And out of all that negativity was birthed Kempo. Out of that negativity was birthed Wing Chun Kung Fu. Out of that negativity was birthed Aikido. Out of that negativity was birthed Greco-Roman wrestling. Out of that negativity was birthed something that we all love to watch called capoeira. All of that negativity was birthed all these positive things that we use today. So when something negative is happening to you, if you take a step back, minimize your emotion, and increase your logic, something wonderful can come out of something that's negative. Trust me when I tell you, Shoreline Karate Circuit was birthed out of what someone did to me that was wrong, but out of that negativity was birthed what? My own karate circuit, okay? So listen, every time there's something negative, make it into a positive. Deduce, deduct, take away, minimize, reduce your emotions, and increase your logic, and you'll see a whole new world come to you. It's called blessings, okay? Now, here we are again, Take Kempo Martial Arts, okay? Now, to give you a little background on that, my hands are up now. Now we're gonna do brown black belt. What's a brown black belt, Kyoshi? I'm glad you asked. 14A and 14B. Here comes a straight punch or a hook. It doesn't matter. Hands are up, okay? 14A, straight punch or a hook. First move is I block, step, dip, hammer strike, knife hand, iron palm, right over left. Cat stance in the dojo, fighting stance out in the street. From a side view. Block, step, dip, my eyes on my opponent, hammer strike either in the groin or the stomach, depending on the height of my opponent. Hammer strike, knife hand to the throat, iron palm to the jaw or the nose, pop my hands up, right over left, cat stance in the dojo, fighting stance out in the street. Okay? 14B, brown black belt. You will find at Bagwell Academy of Martial Arts in the curriculum that I have created, all of the multicolored belts, the multicolored belts, green, white, blue, white, purple, white, brown, black, and for the exception of red black belt, are primarily Kempo combinations and Shaolin Kempo. For the exception of red black belt, that also carries a Taekwondo kata called Chung Mu, okay? And Chung Mu is amazing. And I'm gonna leave the red black belt and I'm gonna blend that in with the black belt. I really am, because when you get to that red black belt level, you're ready to teach a class, man. You're ready to become a sensei. You really are ready to become a sensei, because getting to that level is just amazing. And it takes a whole lot out of that student to go from white belt to red black. That to me is huge, and it's very respectful. That means your fighting is good, your weaponry is good, your hand-to-hand combat, your self-defense is good. You got a mindset, you got a clear vision of where you want to go, okay? And when you got that clear vision, or your dreams, your goals, when you have that clear in your mind, man, there's just no stopping you. It's like a freight train just barreling down on someone. It's just not going to stop until it reaches its destination or its goal, okay? So here we go. Hands are up. Now, this is called, we just did 14A. Here's 14B. 14B is equally as good. First move is, at this point, you come up here and you block. It's a 2-blade block. I grab the wrist, knife hand to the throat, eagle claw to the throat. I'm controlling the person. I come forward. Elbow strike across the cheek, okay? From a side view now. Hands are up. Right from here, now, self-defense mode. I'm here. My first move is I block this way. I want to lean back. I want some of that negative energy going back to me. I'm only absorbing the block, not the blow. I'm absorbing it. I'm going to absorb it. Boom. I'm going to block it. Grab the wrist, knife hand, eagle claw. I come forward. Into a fighting stance. Elbows in tight. Never want to have a chicken wing. We don't want chicken wings. If you have any chicken wings, bring some Frank's hot sauce. I love Frank's hot sauce. Other than that, I don't want any chicken wings. I want your elbows in. Okay? Here we go. Hands are up. Now we're going to go right into red belt. Red belt is fun. Red belt for Taekwondo is called Warang. Warang is a phenomenal kata that one of my students who is just, many of my students, but one in particular has a phenomenal Warang. He does Warang like he was born to do it. So Dennis, he's one of my co-highs. Dennis, I love you to death, little man. Your Warang is just phenomenal. So here we go. We're going to do Warang. Obviously, I have to shorten everything because of the size of it. And Warang is a pretty long kata, but yes, I'm going to narrate the kata, and to me, it's fantastic, okay? So once again, here we go. Take Kempo Kai height, bow. Hands by my side. Taekwondo Warang, Hana. Nice and slow. Breathe in. For you Taekwondo practitioners, this looks like Yule Go pattern, but it's not. It's called Warang. Traditional Warang. Step out. Punch, punch. Back stance, okay? Knife hand strike, lift, punch, cat stance, nice and slow. From here, my hand stays. Punch, chamber. From a chamber, low block, commit to it fully. Punch, right hand grabs the wrist. Hook strike, okay? From a hook strike, I'm gonna go slow. Side kick, strike, knife hand, punch one, punch two, ki. Let me back up just a little bit. Chamber, my back will be to you only for a moment. From here, I turn. From here, overhead, open hand, chamber above my obi, my belt, spear finger, turn, to forearm block. I'm gonna go slow. Back kick, side kick one, back leg, side kick two, okay? From here, after my two kicks, I land right, left. Chamber, I'm gonna do my chamber here. I'm gonna go real slow, okay? Low block, swing punch one, swing punch two, swing punch three. X block right here. Now, I'm gonna have my X block turn you. I'm gonna have my back to you only for a moment, okay? So X block is here. Rear leg sweep, sliding into a double elbow strike. Looking to my left, like this. 1, 2, 3, cross blocks, double knife. Look over my shoulder, shuffle, paro. I end it the way I began it. Right leg, right leg. Warang is a phenomenal traditional kata. When you go to tournaments, you'll see that a lot of active Taekwondo instructors will sometimes mix Warang with Chumu, with Kwange. It's a mixture, okay? Some traditional instructors look at that as being wrong because you're mixing up 2 or 3 katas and you're putting it all into one. Now, we're going to an all-white uniform and a complete and total traditional tournament. I understand. But when you go into an open tournament like Crane or Shoreline Karate Circuit or NASCA, you're going to one of those type of open tournaments, then yes, you can combine katas. There's nothing wrong with that. And yes, it's still considered a traditional kata because you're getting your techniques from traditional katas. Hence, it's still a traditional kata. I don't have a problem with that, but some instructors will argue until the cows come home. And what's funny is they don't have a karate school, they don't have any students, but yet they want to argue with you until the cows come home. Let it go one ear and out the other, each to its own, right? Okay, so now we're going to get into red belt. Red belt is called 15A and 15B. Okay, here we go. Take Kempo Kai. I'm in a Kempo fighting stance traditional. 15A and 15B. True Kempo. Left, right, I'm coming here. I have the person in there right in between the elbow and the forearm, and I have their wrist. I come over top of the body, snap, drop, aya, right over left. Simple. Cat stance, of course, in the dojo, fighting stance out in the street. Smooth. I do these combinations and techniques every single day. You always have to work on yourself to make yourself better. I don't care if it's at a snail's pace. You got to do something every day towards your dream, every day towards your goal. If it's thoughts, write them down. If not, you have to act on them. I'm just huge in the power of prayer. I really am. And you got to see it in your mind before you can see it in your hands. And when you see it manifesting in front of you, it's because of the good thoughts that you have. Block out the thoughts. Any negative thoughts that come in your mind, you got to say, hey, get out of there. You got to yell at them. Okay, here we go. All right. Now, 15A, 15B. 15B is going to the ground, but because we have no mats, I want to definitely show you exactly what 15A is. It's phenomenal. I'm going to go into a self-defense mode here for just a moment. Straight punch or a hook, it doesn't really matter. Okay? When you see a punch coming at you, your first thing you're going to do, you're going to come this way. You're going to take the punch coming up. You're going to block up, and your left hand will come down. So now you have the person like this, you got the wrist, and when you turn that wrist, they're going to turn to your left, and they're going to turn to their right. So you have them like this. Now at this point, when you foot sweep, and you're going to come down on their chest, and it's devastating. Any type of blow or punch or kick to the upper chest, your head goes this way, okay? It goes up. As your body goes back, your head comes up. As the head comes up, you are going to take your hips on the ground and switch them, where your forearm now here will come over to the person's neck, okay? Lean on them. You go right knee, left foot, stand up, and you kick right over left. As I mentioned early on in the program, I'm really going to take red black belt and blend it into black belt. But now I'm deciding to take red belt itself, red belt and red black, and blend it into the black belt program. Because I really want you to see the true color of everything. My name is Kyoshi Herbie Bagwell. Thank you so much for watching the Kyoshi Herbie Bagwell. From my producer, Lori, and the wonderful Frank who runs SCC TV, we love you all. God bless and good night.